Hi, my name is Rachel Johnson, and today I will be discussing some of the steps that a human resource department can take in order to implement an employee training program. I will also briefly discuss the importance of motivation of employees to participate in these training programs. The human resource department should be aware of employees' abilities and skills. It should also be aware of the needs of the company and the employees. Once the HR department is aware of the company employee needs, it can assess whether the employee skills and abilities will meet those needs or if additional skills are required. The HR department can aid employees in improving existing skills and abilities or developing new skills and abilities through a training program. Training allows employees to gain knowledge and skills needed to meet company goals. However, without the employees' participation, training has no meaning. Before diving into the training implementation, the HR department should be aware of 5 steps that are involved in planning a new training program. These steps are need assessment, training readiness, plan development, plan implementation, and result evaluation. The first step of need assessment involves assessing the needs of the organization, the people within the organization, and the tasks accomplished by the organization. The organization needs must be analyzed to establish the strategy, support, and resources that will be required by the training program. If the training process does not take the organization's goals into account, then the original intent of the training program will be missed. The company's managers will also need to be willing to support the training program and give encouragement to those who are involved. It is important to analyze the availability of company resources as well. Without the proper strategy, support, and resources, the training program will not be efficient or effective. The people of the organization include employees and managers alike. Their needs must be analyzed to determine problem origins. Human Resource Department must ask whether problems arise from the lack of knowledge, the lack of skill, the lack of ability, or something else unrelated. If the problems arise out of lack of skill or lack of ability, then training may be helpful. This analysis also helps to determine if only one person needs training or if a whole group of people needs training. The analysis of tasks involves determining which skills are lacking the most or need the most improvement. Employees can complete questionnaires that rate task importance, frequency, and difficulty. The ratings help the HR department see which tasks are the most difficult and the most important to meet company goals. These tasks are the ones that should be included in training. Training readiness involves studying employee characteristics and the current work environment. Employee characteristics are studied to determine if employees are ready to participate in training. If they are not, then training will not be effective because the employees will not want to learn anything. A study published by Chiaburu and Lindsay in 2008 indicates that the employee's belief that they can successfully perform a task and the belief that performing a specific behavior will result in a desired outcome impact training motivation. Both beliefs must be present for the employee to be interested in completing the training and applying concepts to the job. The work environment is studied to confirm that there are enough resources available to perform the training adequately and that there is support from others within the company. Training requires time, money, and in some cases, special equipment. Without these resources, the training will not be successful. It is also important that employees give encouragement and feedback to coworkers throughout the training process. Otherwise, the trainees may feel isolated throughout training. Training should be viewed as positive, not negative, by employees. The next step is plan development, and it's the step with the most decisions. HR must spell out what the training objectives will be, whether the training will be conducted by the company or an outside company, and what training method will be used. There are many different training methods that can be used, and each one has a different purpose. Classroom training involves a single trainer who gives a lecture in a classroom setting and then applies the topic of the lecture through discussions, case studies, or role-playing. Audiovisual training involves training materials that do not have a trainer present. These can be through CDs, DVDs, or other visual presentations such as PowerPoint. Computer-based training has interactive sessions on the internet or on CDs. Computer modules have video lectures included in the materials and may include simulations. On-the-job training involves a mentor-like person who teaches the employee the skills that are needed to complete a task in the workplace. This could be through an apprenticeship or an internship or a work study. Simulations present a real-life example without the risks that are present in real life. Consequences of decisions are demonstrated, but do not directly affect the real-life situation in any way. There is no risk to the company, and there is no risk to employee health or safety. Business games and case studies help employees to discuss their problem-solving thoughts with others. They encourage them to interact with others as if they were a team. Behavior modeling consists of the desired behaviors being exhibited and then repeated by trainees. The reasoning behind the behaviors is given, as well as feedback on progress. Experiential programs and team training are very similar in that the participants learn to work together. The differences exist in how the goals are achieved. Experiential programs may consist of team sports or team activities such as whitewater rafting or rock climbing. Team training focuses more on how a team would solve a problem in the workplace. Action learning requires the trainees to generate and implement a plan from start to finish. The next step is the actual implementation of the training plan. It should be geared to help the employees learn to apply concepts to situations that may arise in the workplace. Feedback on performance is important to help trainees know whether more improvement is needed or if progress is satisfactory. Any materials that are distributed should be easy for the employees to understand. A checklist of expectations or skills to complete may be helpful for employees to know exactly what is expected of them. The final step in the training process is to evaluate the results after the employees return to their jobs. The employees should be able to use the skills and abilities that they learned through training and apply the concepts to their tasks. In some cases, a visible difference in the company's output or performance is noted. In conclusion, there are 6 steps that an HR department can utilize to plan training programs. Each step has a specific function that aids in training program planning. However, without the willingness of the employee and managers to participate, the training will not be a success.